Sequiturs AI is the platform for better outcomes through better reasoning. The better the reasoning, the better the expected outcome. This is why executive teams use Sequiturs AI to power executive meetings, places where complicated and critical decisions need to be made. There's another place where Sequiturs AI can generate clarity. This is within enterprise sales. As an enterprise sales org, your job is to convince your prospect the value of your market solution. By considering the reasons for and against the market solution that you're selling, a sales team can, over time, build a bulletproof sales pitch. And in this demo, I'll show how Sequiturs works to do that. A sales org is fundamentally in the business of convincing prospects, persuading prospects to use and pay for a solution. It's essential, therefore, to have a clear message, a consistent message across the sales team. And Sequiturs AI helps to create that clear message, the consistent message the whole sales team can use as a guide through the sales process. And in this example, I'll show a bit about how that works. So here's a question. Should we work with Sequiturs AI? Something that a prospect would ask. And below, we have 3 separate arguments as to why a prospect should use Sequiturs AI. You see all these arguments share in common that they have premises, reasons that lead to a conclusion. That's the Sequiturs AI framework. So here's one of the arguments. 3 reasons: clear thinking and communication are the 2 most important factors in our organization. Correct. Sequiturs AI is the platform for clear thinking and better decisions. Correct. We can use Sequiturs AI to generate clarity and precision on important topics that are currently obscured with complexity. Correct. Therefore, we should work with Sequiturs AI to increase the quality of our thinking and decisions on important topics. So this is one of the 3 arguments that a sales rep might leverage in conversation with a prospect. It's also likely that in any given conversation, a prospect will raise objections, and the sales rep can record those objections directly into Sequiturs AI so that they're only new for the sales team once. We have 2 such objections below. We can see that one objection that was raised and recorded by the sales org is about Slack. Slack enables teams to have live discussions about any topic. So the argument here is that Slack is a superior way to generate clarity on complex issues. And you can see the format is exactly the same. Reasons leading to a conclusion. And the sales org can be aware of this objection now so that the sales org is prepared for the next time this objection is raised, and also handle this objection very cleanly, as we've done here. So again, we can target specific arguments, pieces of any argument, any part of the premise or conclusion, and find a way to neatly handle that objection when we come to it in market. Same for the confluence objection. You can see that this objection is pointed at premise 2, this one at premise 3, and my original argument up here. So in this way, we can be very targeted and surgical with how we communicate our value to prospects. Here's another argument. This one focusing on the executive use case for Sequiturs AI, one of the core use cases. And you can also see over on the right pane here that there's a revisions tab. We start at the top node. This is the current original argument for the executive use case, which has 5 premises and a conclusion. And the sales org can build upon this initial argument over time as it gets more experience in the marketplace. It can add more reasons. It can add, in this case, we've added some research to support a given point. So we can use Sequiturs AI as a sales org to build on the initial argument so the message becomes clearer and more concise and more targeted over time. So we can build on arguments. We can find ways to handle objections. We can comment directly. We can build comments just to pose questions. We can interact with any part of any of these arguments in a number of ways. We can also pose questions to AI directly. if we want information, if we want to use AI to give us additional reasons for or against our position, AI can be leveraged, GPT can be leveraged in exactly the same way as you'd leverage it directly. Finally, sequiturs AI arguments are information rich, can be ported into Confluence or any other document form. We can create dashboards of arguments for sequiturs AI for a specific audience type or industry. We can create objection pages, objection handling pages. We can really port these arguments to any environment we want so that the team can reference these during calls, can identify which of these arguments is appropriate, and go in fully equipped with all the objections that the team has already been aware of, and all the objection handling on those objections. So really helps with preparation and focus so we can be clear, concise, and consistent in our message.